Welcome to The View, where we center our news around you. In this week's episode of The View, we have announcements, video segments, sports, and a look at what's happening in our Bear Nation today. The View starts now. What's up, Bears? It's Friday, March 26th. I'm Sophia, and I'll be hosting The View today. On our YouTube channel, we are closing in on 200 subscribers. We actually should have way more than that. Subscribe to our channel and comment your name and first period teacher on this thread for a chance to win a cash prize. The winner will be selected from the subscribers who comment by Monday. The Georgia Film Academy is excited to announce its inaugural high school student filmmaking summer camp, available to all Georgia high school students interested in receiving training and exposure to the world of film production. This summer experience will take place July 19th through 30th, Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The camp, offered in a hybrid form, will provide training on writing, producing, editing, and more. Students will spend most of their time working virtually, learning from industry experts, and hearing from guest speakers who are currently working and have worked in this field. In small groups and following strict COVID protocols and procedures, students will come to GFA's facility at Trilith Studios to receive hands-on experience with industry equipment on a soundstage, producing a short film. Registration will be open soon. To ensure that you are the first to claim your spot and receive information about the GFA High School Student Filmmaking Summer Camp, please send an email with your name and email address. We will notify you as soon as registration opens to ensure that you claim a spot. If you have any questions, please reach out to Ms. McCarter at laura.mccarter@usg.edu. Are you going to prom tomorrow? If you paid for your ticket, your name will be on the guest list. If you bought a date ticket, they must check in with you when you check in. Have fun and be safe. Let's take a look at a prom promise and pledge not to drink and drive. Let's take a look at some cloning videos created by Miss Booker's video production classes.
Yeah, I think this is perfect angle. You know what you think?
Yeah. No, that's all wrong.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's totally crooked.
Oh, no, it's like this.
No, that's even worse. Yeah, stop imitating.
So like this?
Okay, you're close, but that's just upside down.
Okay, what about this?
Not that way. No,
What?
the other way. Yeah.
The other way? Like that?
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Alright.
Okay, keep it like that. Keep it like that. We'll come back later.
Can we say double trouble? Let's take a look at some Georgia-grown recipes created by Miss Emmons' Food for Life classes. I got hungry just watching those. Now let's take a look at some student spotlights.
There are many people here that influence our school, whether they're in a club, play instruments, or just help others in class. But today we're going to sit down and interview 2 students from our school that are part of sport here at Mountain View.
Okay, so the first question is pretty simple. What sport do you play?
I'm a wrestler. I wrestle like 220 to 285 or heavyweight.
I play softball. I'm a first baseman, and sometimes I play third.
Okay, so have you won any awards for this sport?
I won second place in the handball tournament.
I won the Bear Award for softball, which is motivation for the team and the most effort on the field, I guess.
So what is something you love about playing this sport at Mountain View?
Having so many friends, and I can just walk around school and I can talk to anyone that's on the wrestling team.
It's just the atmosphere, really, just because I get to make a lot more friends, and I don't know, it's just great.
Is there anything extra that you do to help your team?
So for football, because I'm going to do football, I help out middle schoolers. Like I teach them how to listen, everything.
I probably will work the camp this year if we have one, but we didn't have one last year due to COVID.
And lastly, do you have any advice for new athletes that are trying to join your sport at Mountain View?
Don't give up, because I almost gave up, but it turns out it gets easier.
Just don't be nervous. Just try your best and have fun. That's really the best thing, is just to have fun.
Thank you, Nick. That was great, and that's all I needed.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Ellie. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Today we will be interviewing with Ashley Bigby, a local Gwinnett County student that attends Mountain View High School. She's a very talented photographer and agreed to end the interview today.
So we're going to start off with the interview questions. What made you get interested in photography?
So when I first started out with photography, I got into it like my 8th grade year. I went to a J. Cole concert. That's my favorite artist. So I was like, you know what? I see a camera in the house. Nobody uses it. So I took it when me and my sister went. And then from there, like, it kind of just took off in a sense.
Do you plan on doing photography as a future career?
I don't really see it as like a future career, but it's definitely like, I don't want to say like a hobby in a sense.
Like a little side hustle thing?
Yeah, side hustle. There we go.
What are some of your favorite photos that you took, like that you taken?
Obviously, it's the ones I took from my concert. Basketball ones, since I'm a manager for basketball at Mountain View, I started taking pictures of the team, and then I do for AU. It's like ones I took of some of my friends and then other sports.
Are there different styles of photography that you like the most?
When it comes to like the whole photography thing, like I never actually really sat down and kind of taught myself like what angles you have to be precise with it, like the whole grid stuff that's on cameras. I just kind of like took it and ran with it. So it's kind of like a learning the process type of thing. So by like doing that and getting used to it, I'm definitely like glad that I'm able to actually sit down and actually like expand what I want to do. Because first it just started out with sports, but then now I'm doing like stuff like portraits and then like different themed photo shoots, which is like my main goal in the end.
So I know that you do video edits from your Instagram. So what made you want to learn how to do that?
To be honest, I was kind of thrown into it. So I like work with the 9th grade basketball coach. Like I do stuff for his AAU team. And so then it was like one day, actually it was like this time last year, he asked me, he was like, oh, like, do you do video type stuff? And I was like, like, kind of, not really. Like I'll do obviously like regular taking highlights, but not like actually sitting down using software and like editing it, stuff like that. So he just kind of like threw me into it and kind of like, and it's just like he took me under his wing with it. So he would give me like different types of software, and so then at that point like I just kind of put a whole bunch of clips together and then took off. Like obviously when you first start out with it, it's not gonna look pretty, but like since that's your first one, like you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, wow, I did that.
During recent years, maintaining a strong GCPS community has been harder than ever before. A global pandemic, a tumultuous climate among many students is only the tip of the iceberg, which is why it's so important that students are willing to step up to the plate and keep our community great. Today we'll be interviewing one of these students and seeing how they do this. So, your name is Matthew Anderson, correct?
Yep, that's me.
Alright Matthew, what is it exactly that you do to help the community?
Well, there's lots of ways to help the community, but for me it mostly just comes down to doing community service work. Even helping in small ways like picking up trash around outside of the school, participating in events around the school, and helping out with club activities around the school. Being in leadership clubs provides a great avenue to start that.
Can you tell us what are your motivations for helping out the community?
I know that it's difficult for everyone right now. COVID is complicating school so much that it gets confusing and stressing for so many students and teachers. I think that just helping out a little bit for the community or showing support to your peers goes a long way to making everyone's lives a little bit easier. Taking just a little time out of your day to do that is so worth it.
Alright Matthew, how can we help out GCPS in this community?
Helping to keep the community of GCPS strong doesn't have to take the form of just doing community service work. While that does help a lot, things are really difficult right now and not everyone is able to or is equipped to be able to spend hours going out to pick up trash. I think that even just being a kind person and being supportive of your other people can go a long way in keeping the community healthy and strong. And that's about all for me. Thank you for having me.
Hello, my name is Jamari Jackson and I am the Vice President of Mountain View's Photography Club. I'm a part of this club because I love all things that are film related. Ms. Booker is the advisor of the Mountain View Photography Club. The goal of Photography Club is to give creative students a comfortable place to express themselves and their talents, as well as educate them on the basics of photo taking so that they can have some experience if the film and the photography industry is where they'd like to be in the future. And this helps our school by just getting kids to be more interactive. I really wish I can give all of the club members a good quality camera to work with. I really hope that Mountain View Photography Club encourages students to try new things and to step out of their normal comfort zone. Due to COVID and our Time for Remember Club, members join our Zoom meetings and participate in a safe environment. Thank you so much, Mountain View, for allowing Photography Club to thrive and create a safe environment for creative minds to grow. And thank you so much for watching.
My name is Noah Roberson.
What do you do in school?
I help film the news.
How'd you get into the news?
Basically my dad, he got me into film when I was young, and he used to record me a lot, doing a lot of stuff like sports. And I just joined the class as a freshman, and now I'm a junior and I'm still in the class.
How do you think the news affects the school?
I think it gives them a lot of information about what goes on around the school, like sports, sometimes the weather, just like upcoming events like testing and like senior night, stuff like that.
It is always great to learn more about our Bear Nation. This week's joke is, I didn't know my dad was a construction site thief, but when I got home, all the signs were there. Well, Bears, that wraps up the announcements and updates for this week. Let's go to Morgan for sports updates.
Thanks, Sophia. Hi, Bear Nation. Welcome back to This Week's Sports. I'm Morgan, and I'll be bringing you the schedules, scores, and updates for our spring sports. In baseball news, they have a home game tonight, Friday, March 26th, against North Gwinnett at 7 p.m. Come out and support our Bears. In lacrosse news, our girls lacrosse beat Duluth last Friday with a score of 22-2. Way to go, Bears! Their next game is tonight, Friday, March 26th, against Tequila at Tequila High School at 5 p.m. So drive out and show some support to our Bears. In boys lacrosse, their next game is Tuesday, March 30th, against Brookwood at Brookwood High School at 7. So drive out and cheer on our Bears. In soccer news, our boys beat Mill Creek this week. Way to go, Bears! Our girls and boys play tonight, Friday, March 29th, against North Gwinnett. It's a home game. Girls play at 5:30 and boys play at 7:30, so come out and cheer on our Bears. In tennis news, they won their match on Tuesday, which means they're advancing to state for the first time in Mountain View history. Way to go, Bears! In golf news, they had a match against Madison County on Monday and won with a score of 161 to 179. Way to go, Bears! Top scorers were Landon Olstrom, Connor Braniff, Devin McDew, and Dawson Kenny. That moves them to 6-1 on the season. Way to go, Bears! Tickets for all sporting events can be purchased on GoFan. All you have to do is go to the app or website and search up Mountain View and look for the specific sport and select it. Well, Bears, that concludes our sports updates for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Now let's go back to Sophia.
Thanks, Morgan. Do you have news you want to have featured on the View TV? You can now submit announcements to be featured on the View. Scan this QR code to access the form. Well, Bears, that concludes this episode of The View. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram and Twitter page at MTNViewHSTV for any updates throughout the week. See you next week. Take care of yourself until then, and as you go about your day, always remember, life is like a stage and someone is always watching. Stay excellent, Mountain View.